Hey guys, it's Michelle. Today is Monday, October 15th, and obviously day 15 of Dark October Stitching. So let me tell you what I've been working on. So for Dark 13 stitching, which was Saturday, I decided to start this project. I think I did a little clip right before this one showing you that. This is Black Cat Hollow by Barbara Anna, and I am stitching this on 32 count Murky by Picture This Plus with the called for DMCs. And so this is my first time stitching on Murky, and when I was originally going to order this piece of fabric, I was going to do it on 40 count, and I gotta tell you, I'm glad that I went with what Tracy P told me to do, and I went with 32 count because it doesn't look super dark in the video, and honestly it's really not that dark, but these holes are pretty tight on this, so I think 40 count might have been a little bit challenging to work on, which is weird because, you know, I just stitched and finished that Sarah Cipher piece on 40 count Nocturne and it was fine. I had no problems with it. So I don't know. I may have to experiment. I may have to order a piece of 40 count Murky and just do a test stitch, see what I think. But I'm super glad that I went with 32 count for this. So I am using 2 strands, called for DMC, etc., etc. And I'm loving it so far. I'm really enjoying it. You know, when I first looked at the photos of this, I was like, I assumed that it was that all of the stars and everything were white, but they're actually kind of a silvery gray color, which I think is really pretty. And I'm using my Edward Gorey bat needle minder that I made, and it's kind of turned funny. So anyway, so that's, tonight will be my last night working on this, because this will be day 3 for this one. But I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to getting back to it. So, what else have I been working on? Stitch. The Stitch Along has started. If you are not familiar with this, they have a website and a Facebook group. You can search for Stitch Along 2018, which is STEOTCH. So this is going to be my first year to participate. Every year, basically what they do is they release a mystery pattern over a series of weeks, and usually there's some sort of personalization that you can do at the end, kind of a choose your own adventure, so to speak. And this year I decided to take part in it after I saw Michelle Bendy talk about it on her Flosstube, and she showed her piece from last year, where, you know, the basic pattern was, you know, as for me and my house, we will serve, and then that's where the personalization came in. And so there were choices for, we will serve tacos, we will serve the glow cloud, we will serve the talking head, etc. So, and Michelle's, I think, says, as for me and my posse, we shall serve tacos and donuts. So I thought, you know what, this is a little lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, and why the hell not? So I decided to jump in and give it a try. And so on Saturday, we got the first portion of the pattern. And so last night, I decided to get started. I am stitching this on a mystery, what I think is 32 count linen. It's kind of a silvery gray, which is not really reading well here. We were told to choose 4 colors of thread for your, you could make up your own palette. They had about 6 different palettes that they had chosen that you could choose from, or you can pick your own. And so I've got 4 that I've chosen: a dark purple, black, kind of a fuchsia color, and a green. And I will share my inspiration photo here. And so I've gotten started on this, and I'll be working on this as time allows in tandem with my Dark October stitching. So, and my needle minder was one of my birthday gifts. Let's see if I can get that too. There we go. Sugar skull, love it. So, and the reflection you're seeing there is the light. Okay, better. So I've got some black stitches in. I've started some purple stitches. Yeah, so stitch. You can join in at any time. Join the Facebook group. Jump in. Okay. And I just realized that I completely forgot to show you. Well, I'll do that tomorrow. I was going to say I forgot to show you what I'm going to work on tomorrow, but I'll do that tomorrow. So tonight, Black Cat Hollow, maybe a little stitch, and we'll go from there. And can I just say, so October has come to town. Yesterday here in North Texas, kind of Dallas area, yesterday it was 84 degrees. Today it is 44 degrees, and it has been raining and storming, and which I love. Super happy with the rain. It's supposed to rain all week. But yeah, that 40-degree jump in temperature, not a fan. I would have been happy to go to 60 degrees. But 84 to 44, not so much. So it sounds like it's a good time to curl up with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and a quilt, and do some stitching. So I'm hoping for that tonight. All right, report back soon. Hey guys, it's Michelle, and today is Wednesday, October 17th. So day 17 of Dark October stitching. I did not get a chance to record yesterday, so I wanted to catch you up on where I'm at. So this is where I ended up on Black Cat Hollow by Barbara Anna. This is on 32 count Murky, and it is much darker than it is looking. Let me see if I can, that may be a little closer. Not sure why it's so washed out, but anyway, and I'm stitching this with the called for DMC. So my last night of stitching, I did some more of these little stars and the moon and everything, and then I started on this willow tree right here. So really enjoyed working on this. And then last night I picked up my next project, which is and this fabric is not coming across correctly as well. It is much darker, less pink, more rust colored. So this is Trick or Treat Fairy or Halloween Fairy by Nora Corbett. And it looks like this. So I'm working on this part of her dress, the bodice of her dress. And since I didn't record to show you what it looked like before I picked it up, basically I had up to this, the top of the dark brown, the 3371. So I got that done, or that's where I started. And so last night I did all of this up here and this right here, which is not a ton of stitching, but every little bit counts, right? So I really wish you could see that fabric better. Anyway, so I will stitch on this for tonight and tomorrow night, and then move to another project. So that's what's going on. So far I'm 17 days in and absolutely loving Dark October stitching. So much fun. So, all right, happy stitching. And I just thought I would also let you guys know, I've had, like, since I published my last video where I talked a little bit about the haunted dollhouse, I've had several people ask me about it. You know, maybe we're not following my my videos when this first kind of came into being. So I'm actually in the process of like splicing together the clips of the dollhouse from Stitch Mania, you know, 2 years ago when I started this project, to put all of that in its own separate video. So if you are one of the folks that is interested in the dollhouse and how it kind of came to be and all that good stuff, I am working on putting that video together for you. So more to come. Hey guys, it's Michelle, and today is Thursday, October 18th. So day 18 of Dark October stitching. And I wanted to show you some progress on my Trick or Treat Halloween Fairy, Nora Corbett. And again, this is on a vintage silk weaver fabric, 32 count. I believe the color is Phantom. And I'm going to, ooh, maybe if I get way back. No, it's still darker than that. Anyway, I'm going to insert a picture here that hopefully is closer to the fabric color so you can actually see it. But I worked on this last night, and I tried really hard to focus on stitching and not on surfing the internet or playing on social media. So I managed to get almost all of this top part of her dress done. I've got a couple, you know, stitches in here and a couple stitches right here of one more color that needs to be put in there, but I'm really happy about the progress that I made last night on this. So one more night on her tonight, and then I'll switch to another project. We are actually going to the state fair today. I'm taking some time off of work, so we're going to go do that this afternoon and go check out the Creative Arts building, which is where all of the stitching and quilting and crafty goodness is. So I may insert some photos of that here also. just so you can get a feel for what's at the fair. Alright guys, that's it for me today. More on Trick or Treat Fairy tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Michelle, and today is Sunday, October 21st, day 21 of Dark October Stitching. It's been a few days since I recorded, so I'm going to try to catch you up. Things have been a little crazy around here. It's noon-ish on Sunday. I have been on a conference bridge for work since 9:30 last night. I'm not thrilled. We'll just leave it at that. Anyway, so Thursday I was working on Trick or Treat Fairy, Halloween Fairy, whatever you want to call her, Nora Corbett. This is the one that appeared in the magazine. And so I was able to finish all of this up here, and then I started adding down here to her dress. So I didn't get a ton done on Thursday night. We did go to the fair, but I was just exhausted by the time I got home. So I may insert a few photos from some of the things that we saw in the Creative Arts building. I was a little disappointed with the turnout of pieces this year, but there were a few that I thought were noteworthy, so I thought I would share those. And I'll add those in maybe after this clip. So then after I worked on Halloween Fairy or Trick or Treat Fairy, I picked up Salem Village by Primitive Needle. I started this maybe a couple of months ago for Dark 13 stitching, and so I was happy to pick this back up and work on it. So I've worked on it 2 nights. Tonight will be number 3, and then I'll switch to something new tomorrow. So unfortunately I didn't get to show you kind of where this started before I picked it up, but I basically finished kind of all of this right here on this Tombstone Angel. I did both of these little hats. I did both of these kind of flower things. I did this little starburst. And then I've started on this little bird right here. So that's everything I got done yesterday and the day before. And I think you can really see this week's basil thread here and the difference between like how it goes from purple to green. It's really kind of subtle, but I think it's really beautiful. So I'm really happy with how that's turning out. I'm not super happy with how this looks. Some of this brown is just super light, and so I think you kind of lose the outline of some of those windows, so I may end up pulling that back out. But really happy with how this is looking. It's on 40 count. Picture this plus dapple. And then the other thing I wanted to share is that I got some Happy Mail that came in this fun mailer, and I ordered this after seeing it on Michelle Bendy's video. Had to have it, and I just love the way that it's packaged with this wax seal, so I haven't even opened it yet. And in here they included this beautiful bookmark. Love that. So there it is. Remove this. So I ordered this beautiful Love You More sleeve. This is the standard sleeve. And the pattern, the fabric pattern is 300 Foxway, which is based on the Raven Boys book series. And as soon as I saw this on Michelle's video, I knew I had to have it. And Michelle has a referral code, a discount code that you can use, which I did. And inside, oh look, it's got this awesome kind of marbled fabric. I love it. Super happy. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this to hold my bullet journal. So, all right, that's it for today. Hey guys, it is Friday, October 19th, and day 19 of Dark October Stitching. This is not stitching, but I thought I would just give you a quick update. I took some comp time this afternoon off of work, so I decided to come outside and, while it's cool and rainy, paint the staircase on the haunted dollhouse. So I've got the first coat on. I apologize that the light is not the greatest. But I've got the first coat of paint on the staircase. So yay. And I did end up going with this, the matte black, which is the same thing that I used for the trim and for the front door. I looked at doing the gloss black, and I tried it on a small section, and I didn't love it. So, matte black. And I have discovered that painting staircases, or really anything inside a dollhouse, is much easier if you do it before you glue it in. So as part of the repair work that we did, we glued these staircases back in, and I'm wishing now that we had not done that, because it would be a lot easier to paint them if they were not attached. Because for example, underneath this staircase, up under here, needs to be painted, but I can't see it from here, and I don't think I can get my hand through the front door. And up here, same thing. Underneath this staircase, I don't think I'm going to be able to get my hand in there, because all there is 2 windows, which we repaired the sashing on the windows, and now I can't get my hand through there. I'm not entirely sure I could have anyway, but so I'm doing the best I can. I'm kind of learning as I go, but at least the first coat is on. I mean, but as you can see, the coverage is really not great. So it's definitely going to need a second coat, possibly a third. But it felt really good to come out here this afternoon and make some progress on this. So super happy.